Hi everyone, welcome back to Scott in the Dot. Today we're sitting in Tanjong Pagar and we'll be doing something a little different. I, Mrs. Scott in the Dot, will be asking 10 questions to my husband in an effort so you can get to know him better. Right? So we'll begin now. First question, what's your name?
Good, a nice easy one that I can actually remember. My name is Mark, so nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Mark?
From Glasgow in Scotland in the UK. It's just north of England, it's not part of England, and it's a different country from England, just so you know. Even though they're both part of the UK, it's a separate country.
Why did you move to Singapore?
Ooh. 10 years ago, I didn't have the slightest notion of travelling anywhere. Couldn't care less for it until I met a friend of mine who was travelling the world and stuff, and I've kind of been inspired by that to travel more. And one of the reasons I moved to Singapore specifically is because I wanted to see more of Asia. I wanted maybe to document some of that, and I wanted somewhere where I could live and work quite central, that I could maybe go and visit parts of Asia while I was on my downtime, and Singapore seemed a natural choice. It's a natural hub for Southeast Asia.
Brilliant. So how long have you been living in Singapore?
I arrived in Singapore on January 23rd, 2019, so that's 3.5 months ago at time of filming.
Where else have you lived apart from Scotland and Singapore?
I spent 2 years in London when I was 18, so that would be like 1988, 1990 kind of thing. And for the past 10 years or so, up until January, I was kind of living in Hamilton, which is a small town just outside of Glasgow, southeast of Glasgow.
So in your 3 months here, what do you like about Singapore so far?
Well, what do I like about Singapore so far? It's really easy to get used to. Lots of things are in English. English is one of the principal languages here. Yes, before anyone asks me, I know Malay is the official language of Singapore. I get that. But everyone, mostly everyone, can speak English to some degree. So it's very easy to get along, very easy to find your way around. It's kind of like Asia for dummies. If you've never experienced Asian culture before, and yes, I'm one of those dummies, then it's really easy to come to Singapore as an introduction and a gateway to the rest of Asia.
Right. So here's a bonus question, kind of. Typical Singaporean question. What is your favorite Singapore food?
Singaporeans love their food. Unfortunately, I'm not that much of a foodie. My tastes, as far as Singapore food goes, are a lot simpler. It's more like roti john or egg bandung, things like that. Very, very simplistic. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but that's the way I am. I'm a simple guy.
Alright, no worries. What jobs did you do before you came to Singapore?
Gosh, I've done many ones. Jack of all trades. I've been a bartender, I've been office assistant, working my way up to like middle or senior management for admin. I've been a life model for artists. God, I've done so many jobs. I used to be a trainee carpet fitter when I was very young. That was one of my first jobs. My most recent job was helping my cousin start a business in central Scotland, across central Scotland. If you don't know what that business is, it's Red Bus Bistro. Plug. I'll give a link in the description down below to the website and stuff. I helped her start that. I say helped. Wouldn't say I was instrumental in starting it. Not saying she couldn't have started it without me, but I was there from the start and sorted out a lot of legwork and legal stuff for her while I was there. And in the long road it took to go from incorporation to getting licensed, getting all the permits, launching, and then into profit, I was there from then on. So yeah, I was part of that.
Since launching your YouTube channel, can you explain what your channel will be about?
The $64,000 question. The truth is, I don't yet know. And part of what I'm doing at the moment with these videos, these are kind of like pre-launch videos before I learn how to edit properly and learn some like videography skills and things. So these are ways of getting into the momentum of producing videos for YouTube, regularly posting them up, basically getting the momentum for the YouTube algorithm to try and see what that does. And then I'll be maybe posting midweek videos to see what that does to the algorithm, all the while before I actually properly launch the channel and have a better idea of what I actually am going to do.
Final question. How did you get your channel name?
Well, some people don't get the Scott in the dot thing, but some people do. And the reason is Singapore's nickname is the little red dot, mainly because when you look at a spinning globe or a world map or whatever, you'll normally find Singapore is basically just the population dot, and you can't see the shape of it because the population dot covers Singapore on that scale. So it's nicknamed the little red dot. Now I thought about Scott in the little red dot, but I thought that was a bit long. So Scotsman in the dot, Scott in the dot. There you go.
Well done.
Well, thank you for that. Thanks for coming to watch the video. I hope you've, if you've not found it entertaining, I hope you might have found it a reason to subscribe to the channel. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might be doing some movie reviews, I might be doing some interviews with kind of interesting people in Singapore, might be doing videos on certain buildings in Singapore, like the pinnacle behind me, which you can't really see because of the trees, but it's there. Maybe Woodlands Checkpoint or the Causeway, doing videos on that. I want your feedback. If you're Singaporean and you're watching this, hey, tell me what you'd like to see on the channel. Maybe you'd like to see me filming in a different location that you like but you think's underrated and not shown enough. Send me to places, I'll go there, I'll film there. If you own a bloody penthouse in a condo and you'd like a video done from there, let me know, drop me a line. Not in the comments below, no, don't put your details there. Go to the email address, which is ScotInTheDot 27.3 @gmail.com. That's ScotInTheDot, all one word, 27 numbers, then POINT, and then the number 3 @gmail.com. Drop me a line, let me know. Who knows what will happen next? I certainly don't know. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe you can decide. Until then, if you've liked what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you loved what you see, please subscribe. If you didn't like what you see, give me a thumbs down. I don't mind. I need to know these feedbacks. And if you hate what you see, as usual, ring that bell. Hate the next video as soon as it's out. Okay? See you next time. Bye.